So okay, so you did that song there, and like you said, we were talking during the break here, during the musical break. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, we had a musical break. So now you know who does those commercials. So the song was like you hadn't heard it in years.
Yeah, I haven't heard it in at least a year and a half.
And it's funny because these musicians put out this music, and you think that they would know their stuff, but they do. But when they're done with that, they move on to the next thing. So when you come up to them talking about a song that they wrote 3 years ago, talking about, oh my gosh, reach into your song, they look at you like, yeah, okay, I did do that.
Yeah, because when I sing it, whenever I do sing that, I actually sing a different version of it that's actually on the new album.
Oh, okay.
So
we have another version.
Yeah,
of that.
Different version.
Well, we're gonna definitely play that today.
Yeah, it's more rocked out, laid back a little bit. Kind of, chilled out.
Okay, that sounds good already. Shoot. Okay, you got a song here, and this was one that was kind of cool because people were thinking it was, oh, I think he got the idea from this, and I think he got the idea from that. So I'm just going to ask you, without telling you what was in the air, the song I Think I Love You.
Oh, where did I get that idea from?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't get it from anywhere in particular. It just hit me. It was almost like, it actually was a poem. Mm-hmm. And then I turned the poem into a song. Actually.
So it's not about a woman, folks. Nobody broke him. Nobody turned him inside out.
Well, I'm private in that area, but
nobody got to him yet.
Well, actually, I did write a poem about about this girl, and she. Okay, I have to admit it. She got to me.
Oh,
okay, she got to. And well, because and part of it is my fault. Really, I'm a gentleman, so I'm an adult.
Well, you get stepped on in these days being a gentleman. But go ahead.
I have my other side too, but I kind of took her for granted. I didn't mean to on purpose, but anybody, I told her up front, hey, I'm busy a lot, I work a lot, like I'm, being a full-time, artist and songwriter is a lot of work.
It is,
and people are thinking, oh,
and it requires a supportive network. If they're not supportive, you got to kick them to the side.
Exactly. So and it's kind of funny because the same girl actually just called me yesterday, and I just didn't even take her call because I'm like, I don't know what to say after all this time. I don't want to go back to that emotional place right now, and so it actually made me write 2 more songs, and it's about moving on.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
But that song, it was a poem. The poem was written about her, but the song actually came because I was in a studio session and I was frustrated because the bass player was late to the studio.
Always. Why is it always the bass player or the drummer? The 2 people you really need. Okay.
And I'm like, it's costing all this money to be in the studio, so you know what? So someone else was actually in the studio. And the piano, the keyboard player, because I wasn't going to play the keys on this, even though I play piano. And so a friend of hers was a bass player and actually came, and I said, well, come on. And so I just kind of did the song. I actually wrote the song while I was singing the song. Usually I write it down right on. Wow. I need to put that version out later on to where it's like you just hear the raw scratch vocal. It's real similar.
Wow.
The only difference is the bass is a little bit more busier, so we kind of dialed it back on the song. Mm-hmm. But it's pretty cool.
Wow, that's cool.
And this song is kind of like a, when I do songs like. Like some of my future stuff is going to be, similar to radio, but I was all big on live. And the only difference between like stuff that's, like Nicki Minaj and things like that is that it's more electronic stuff going on top of the live stuff. That's the only difference. So, I'm going to have some more songs like that, but I'm not going to lose that live edge because I love that live feel, that, that raw feel. And so you'll hear me alongside some of the things on some major things, so it's coming. Cool. Because I want to lead the way for other. I want to really be an example for other indie artists that, just because you're not like signed to a major label, don't mean you can't make it. Because it's
especially
all about,
today, because it's not necessary today.
Because really, I've actually had the opportunity to meet a lot of people associated with labels, and a lot of them are targeting indie artists. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, and I found this out, and I'm like, why? And really, for some reason, the indie artists are capturing audiences better than these billion-dollar record labels.
Well, yeah. They've got their finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
And it's something we talked about a couple of weeks ago about some of the major labels. They're so far removed from the actual audience,
Right.
that they're trying tactics that worked 20 years ago.
Exactly.
It worked great 20 years ago. Fantastic.
Right.
Just like this thing with I hate to date this, but they this new movie Lone Ranger.
Oh yeah.
You know, and people love this, and everyone's gonna love it. Everyone's gonna love it who's 50 and older, who
Right.
remembers the Lone Ranger from TV.
Right.
The kids today don't. The Lone Ranger, what? He's wearing a pigeon on his head, or what is that? No, and that's why it's flopped.
Right.
They spent all this money, hyping the Lone Ranger, Lone Ranger, Lone Ranger. These kids don't even know who the Lone Ranger is. And the mask is wrong for people who really knew the Lone Ranger. That mask is wrong. It's supposed to cover the nose too.
Oh wow.
But there you go. And letting you know how old I am.
Well, you look younger than what you are.
So I want to play this song, I Think I Love You, and then we'll talk about your Pride with Humility, because that's a really good one, and we want to touch on that. And we'll start getting to your new stuff here before I know the time's going by fast. So Let me shut my mouth and play what this is about. Here we go.
Indie 100.
Do you know what I think about you? If only you knew, if only you had a clue. I couldn't imagine my life without you. You're more than my friend, you're someone I can run to. I think I love you, you know I do. You're my rock when I can count on no other. I think I love you, you know I do. You're the one I know I really, really care for. I think I love you, love you. I don't wanna go a day without a kiss or two. When I hold you, there's no denying our feelings are true. And when I'm with you, it's hard to keep my cool. I want all of you. My heart is telling me what to do. I think I love you, you know I do. You're my rock when I can count on no other. I think I love you,
We're going to go right into the next song called Reach by Steve Ryan.
The choice of the iPod generation. All music, all genres, all indie.
You're lost in a desert of hope. Ooh, you're suffering on an island in solitude. You're not alone. We all been there before, and don't give up. You gotta keep on holding on. Strive towards your vision and maintain your goals, and you can do anything. You gotta keep on holding on. You can reach all your dreams. Just reach into your soul. Reach into your soul. I can't identify hesitation. Drowning in a sea of remorse. Ooh, you're lying on the shores of devastation. Stand on your own. It's time to take control and don't give up. You gotta keep on holding on. Strive towards your vision and maintain your goals, and you can do anything. You gotta keep on holding on. You can reach all your dreams. Just reach into your soul. Reach into your soul. You must connect inside for healing. Emerge from the misery you know. Stop wandering on that path to isolation. Reach in your soul and let your dreams unfold. And don't give up. You gotta keep on holding on. Strive towards your vision and maintain your goals, and you can do anything. You gotta keep on holding on. You can reach all your dreams. Just reach into your soul and don't give up. You gotta keep on holding on. Strive towards your vision and maintain your goals, and you can do anything. You gotta keep on holding on. You can reach all your dreams. Just reach into your soul. Reach into your soul.
Our submissions become your favorites.
Hell yeah.
It's Alternative